Hi, my name's Emily. Welcome to my channel. I make home education videos with my 9-year-old daughter Rosie. So I had to think about her age for a second. Excuse the lighting as I've just picked her up from Cubs and shuttled her off to bed. She had to do a hobbies badge tonight where she had to go in with a presentation of one of her hobbies, and she chose to do her singing and dancing group. But she, I didn't realise she needed the music, and I don't even know if there is any music that's not the companies that she's learning the song for, so she ended up talking about her club rather than performing, but they only had so long to do it, and she'll get the badge for it anyway. But yeah, so yeah, in the last video one of my videos cut out, but yeah, she's going to be a big sister soon. Well, not soon, but she's going to be a big sister in the next 6 months or so. So that's the main thing on her mind at the moment. She's enjoying telling people, excited. Hi. I live in a home that is what I like to call organised chaos. I know where everything is. It might look like there are piles of things everywhere, but I do actually know where everything is within a pile, and if someone asks me to locate something, I can locate it. So that's the main thing. Do I wish my house were less cluttered? Yes and no. Just because I think cluttered stuff, cluttered mind, but I do know what is in every pile and where things are when I need them. It's just I have limited space and limited storage. So yeah, and I use most of what I have, or believe I will one day. Those things are lying around. That includes the pile of the box full of stamps and die cutters that I have up on my shelf as well. They take up quite a lot of space in a box, actually. Does anybody else, especially home ed, do you keep things around? This could come in handy one day for like home ed stuff. So yeah, this week we don't have. We were trying to see friends on Thursday, but they're having their teeth. Two of the girls have to have their teeth done, so I'm not sure what they're having done. But it means they're not free to do our socialising day. So tomorrow my freezer needs defrosting, because it wasn't sealed properly over one weekend, so it's not completely defrosted, but it started doing its thing. So it's full of ice crystals, so that's gonna have to be done. So Rosie can learn how to do that too, but she's gonna get some schoolwork done tomorrow, and she's going to tidy her room for me, hopefully, and maybe earn a couple more badges if we can find out a couple more we can actually do from home. And yeah, I'll show what we get up to this week. Rosie's learning how to defrost the freezer.
That's hard work.
I know, that's why it's not my favourite job at all. I don't like defrosting the freezer. Unfortunately, the other weekend when I went away, the door hadn't sealed properly, so the freezer started defrosting over like a day and a half. So although the food was still fine, it hadn't gone hard. It was still frozen. It hadn't defrosted enough. It was enough for ice to start forming and crystallise in there, so we've got to try and get that out now and then reorganise and clean the freezer basically. So now it's Thursday, and me and Rosie decided to go swimming in the morning. And we went to Kevin on the way home because we were in the same area, and it's just such a lovely place to go and mooch and just see a bit of green instead of grey around the city, and just get into some nature for a bit. So Rosie went into this, what's called Glade, and charged her wizard stick. We spent a little bit of time there before coming home. Now she's doing a Halloween book. So on the Thursday now, Rosie wasn't interested in having the fire pit with me, but I wanted to burn something personal, so I had one to honour the moon. And then on Friday we had Craig's big log burner going before we went to the common again, and then he helped me ground by taking me to a river because he knows I like my feet. So it's Monday the following week now. So last week Thursday I took Rosie swimming, and she swore she is doing it. She's just not. most graceful swimmer at the moment. So let's put it that way. She looks like she's fighting it still. So we need to keep going back. So I'm going to see if our friends are free this week on Thursday and maybe take her again tomorrow if I can afford to, because she just needs to go regularly now before we go to Tunisia in December as well. So yeah, last Thursday we went swimming and then we went for a walk, and then I went up to Craig's on Friday after dropping Rosie at the childminder because I didn't have work. There was an inset day. So we mooched about on the common and looked at different mushrooms and stuff, and then came back and had a really lazy Sunday at mine, watching TV and just chilling out a bit. And yeah, so today's Monday. Again, the following week we have had choir today, and Rosie's done her schoolwork for me and she's at Cubs right now, and we've read this really beautiful book that my neighbours have actually lent me, which is called Wilding, and it's about this couple who bought land and built a farm on it and were living on it, and then they decided to rewild the land, so they did away with the farm and just basically turned it all back into like nature, bringing in the bigger animals to help rewild. So Rosie learnt what that is today and what was growing there that we can actually have like in our country as well, because this is like West Sussex. So I've got another lesson very shortly that I'm teaching. I'm going to be glad when Rosie's in bed tonight because I'm tired. So yeah, but yeah, we don't have too much planned this week. Hopefully maybe swimming again, hopefully seeing some friends. Otherwise I was thinking about getting the crochet needles back out again and putting some more of our Halloween decorations up. Now it's October, so that might be our actual plan. So today's Tuesday, and Rosie has spent the entire morning tidying her room because every time I went up she was actually doing something else. Lying on her floor in the mess, actually reading instead of actually tidying it. And she got told we couldn't do anything until she actually like finished tidying her room, which she actually finally has now. And luckily there are 4 spaces left at the pool to take her swimming again today. But she's very lucky because that's not many, Bab. We weren't going any later than this time they've given us because I don't want to be hitting the school traffic on the way out. But yeah, she's very lucky that there were any spaces left at a time where we could get that down there and back. So she's currently doing her green book because we've still got about half an hour or so before we need to go out. So I'm going to start packing up our swim stuff, and then yeah, we will have to do our other job tomorrow, but I've got a midwife appointment tomorrow as well. So we're going to wrap the video up there for now. So we've kind of done a bit more than we usually do. We need to do an adventure day at some point because we haven't taken you guys on an adventure day with us. Remember to take this phone with me because we have been out and we have done stuff. I have 2 different YouTube accounts and I keep one on one phone and one on the other. So I forget to take the one at this channel's on with me sometimes to actually record what me and Rosie are up to when we're doing our home ed stuff. But we did go through her stuff this morning. I helped her with a bit of her room just to go through some of her old work stuff and found some of her old sentence building books and some of her old handwriting stuff and whatnot, which we need to keep safe somewhere because if someone does eventually come round, it's proof that we are learning, she is learning. So yeah, how do you guys keep all yours? If any of you home ed, how do you keep your records so that you have something if anyone comes and asks? Right, yeah, I'll leave it there and say it's to Tav me and to Tav from the Rosie Bear.